Listen, recently we've seen in the news white men fight back, making that chance. And the Lord has placed it in my heart. What is really occurring? What is really being communicated with that chance? So we're going to look deeper into it. They are crying out because the fact of the matter is they feel like they are losing. They know they are 7% of the world's population. They feel like they are being replaced. And who do they feel like they are being replaced by? The children of Israel. That has always been our legacy. Okay? We have always been subjugated because the children of Israel will outnumber the other people. Why is that? It boils down to genetics. Genetics, the recessive gene, is the lack of melanin. That's all Caucasians. The dominant gene is melanated people, all melanated people. And the Israelites, African Americans, Israel, Yahusha, have the mitochondrial DNA. That's the female having every mark of race of culture within her DNA. And the male, black men, have our mark in every person on the planet, even the whitest of whites. Yes, Hitler himself, all humans. Showing that tracing of the origination of humanity began with the black man. And trying to cancel out the black man in his country, basing its foundation on racism. It is impossible to make that cancellation because we have the dominant gene, we have the birthright, we have the ability to preserve ourselves because we have the dominant gene. We've been given that birthright. Jacob has the birthright. Esau does not have the birthright, and he was given the opportunity to run the kingdom in this world for a time being, but now that time has come to its end, as well as Israel, the synagogue of Satan. Those had occupied that land, converted in the 9th century, and reiterated that through the Balfour Agreement in 1948. Yes, they are all converts. Khazarians, the Khazars, they infiltrated the Greeks in Rome, wandered in Europe, made Russia a Jewish nation for about 500 years. Then he came up with the idea of slavery. Hitler didn't like the advantage that Europe was getting with that. The United States couldn't win the war, so they helped them, but they wanted Palestine. To further their goal, recessive genetic people coming from the Caucasus Mountains to occupy a place that they call the Middle East wasn't termed that until the 1800s, as well as the terms black and white. To get rid of lineage, and also for whites, to get rid of their shame of the culture that came from in Europe. Wanting to start a new life in America, sending the most vile criminals here also in Europe, from Europe to the United States. And the people in the transatlantic slave trade, the royal class, Jamaicans, Haitians, and the African Americans they call the tribe of and the tribe of Benjamin. That's the truth for you today, and that's what they hate the truth for. That's why there is so much hatred for us. But we must love one another and understand that the fall wasn't caused by the Father, it was caused by Satan himself and his fallen ones. So don't take the behavior or the characteristics of the fallen ones, no matter what color of skin you are, because if you do, you're definitely going to perish. Peace.